Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Mad Capper. This is another video on Raid Shadow Legends. You can see up there. You can sort of see up there. You can see up there. It's time for an old-fashioned shard opening session. Keep in mind, do not play outside your means. You don't have the money or the shards. There'll always be another time. Ignore the FOMO. With that disclaimer, we put our monthly expenditure into it. We had some really good luck this past week with Clan Boss. In fact, three yesterday's chests. Very nice. 2 this morning. Ridiculous. And so I was sitting on a pile of shards and I was looking at the tournament and I said, hey, I didn't get Mad Hatter. I didn't come back in time. That's unfortunate. But I do have the Cheshire Cat already. I would always take copies of him. It. And why not see if we can get the queen? I don't know if someone's going to try to pursue me. This is it for me. I'm tipping my hand. Now, I do have some of the others, but I don't want to use those. I want to use those on Wonder of the Seas, which is 30 days away. Amanda and I are going to do a shard pull opening from the high seas on one of the days, I feel. And so I want to keep all these here. And I got a couple extras because we had to buy, there wasn't a good just shard pack. Anyway, point being, we have 19 sacreds. It's a 2x. I don't know where it is I am in pity. I know I pulled one from a sacred. I don't know how many I've pulled after that. I'm gonna say maybe 5, 10. So it's not nowhere special. But I do like the 2x. I do like the fact that there is this 10, although it's a 10x, it's like ridiculous. Like a 10x might as well be a 0x. But I would not hate getting a second one, a plus one. This cat is very, very sharp. The talons are sharp on this one. I want to start using the cat, so anything that can help me with that would be awesome. With all that said, let's do a little sneaky, cheeky shard opening. By the way, courtesy of my beautiful wife, can you see I got it tucked in, but it's a Roosevelt's Moana t-shirt. See, I got Maui there. That is there. Like we got the chicken, the rooster. We got the little tiki guys. I love this shirt. It's cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd wear it for today to say thank you to my beautiful wife, and maybe bring me some luck pulling shards. Maybe it'll become a thing. Maybe I'll have to wear one of these shirts. I have one other shirt. Well, actually, technically, like 3 other shirts, but one other shirt that's another Roosevelt that I got for Valentine's Day. Maybe we'll wear that one in the future. Both of them are going with me onto the cruise. So if we do have good luck here, my point being, if we do have good luck here, maybe we're going to have to always wear one of these shirts. If we have bad luck, babe. Anyway, with that all out of the way. Oh, that's some nice water. Yes. I don't know why. Sometimes water tastes good. Have you ever had that? Water actually just tastes better than normal? It's weird. It's not. It's like generic. It's like the cheapest. Co-op is like a regional grocer. A Western Canadian grocer. And Co-op Gold is their brand. So it's literally like not even brand. It's not Smart Water or Dasani or anything. It's probably just local type. Maybe that's why it tastes so good, because it's just spring water from Jim's farm down the road. Maybe, I don't know. All right, let's see what happens. We should do this. There's only 19. It's not going to be a long video. But what's left in the coffers that we need? And there's a couple that have been old school champions that we've never received. And there's a couple of newer champions, and we hopefully can get some ones like Timid we never went for. And Richtoff since day one, never had them. In the High Elves, Fina, new. Prisma. Can we get Prisma? I don't even know. Incarnate, who looks cool. I don't know if she is good, but she sure looks kind of funky. So what else we got? We have a couple of new champions. Well, but Hansel and Gretel we weren't around for. I assume they're in the pool now. Wixwell would be amazing. Abess, an oldie, but she's actually kind of low-key under the radar. She is a ridiculous damage dealer, and she did get a buff. Fallman, obviously most of the Banner Lords, there's a few I have, but there's quite a few, there's quite a few that we don't have. So we have, like, is Thor still available? Roth, I don't know if I want him, but the Freya, can we get Freya? Gregor, obviously, he's another banner. what do they call them? Bannerlord, I guess. Xena, I don't think we can get Xena. I think she's not available for pulling. And I know I can't get the Archer, unfortunately. That kind of hurts. That kind of hurts, Monster. Let's see who else we got here. We got Jero. We got Moto. That'd be nice. We do have his lady friend that we just summoned this morning from Shards. Cracklin. Snap, Cracklin, Pop, Stoke. There's a couple of the new ones. But one new guy looked pretty cool. We'll get to him at some point when we get there. Krokmar, Teox. I mean, we would take Teox in a heartbeat. That would Teox would probably be one of my most wanted, I think. I wouldn't mind Bambus either. We never did go for him. Gwendolyn, just because Gwendolyn looks amazing. That looks cool. Anything new would be, we'll take it. We'll take anything new. Let's not kid ourselves. We actually quite a few orcs since I left, because these are all new since I left. So we'll take them. When's the next void? We gotta go for void. That's sorry, I double clicked on that. Demon spawn, probably another. Oh, he's void, so we can't even hope for him. Scorid. Let me know if any of these are not available. We got undead hordes. Undead hordes. We've got the knave. Is he available to be? Oh, yeah, he is, because the wife got him. And Hercules, Heraclitus, undead Herc. I don't even know who Heraclitus. Knocked. Ooh, no Alta. Alta got a buff. Is he good? I feel like he still is underwhelming, but maybe I'm wrong. Knights Rev. Obviously, if we can pull the Hatter, wouldn't that be amazing? Pull the Hatter, which also pulls us in the lead to get the Queen of Hearts. That would be swell. That'd be spiffy. Gaiath, Calvalax, kind of older school. I know Blade Master not available. Kaleth, new. I didn't think I was too overly impressed, but certainly would take. You know who I really want? And we can't pull here. Is I want Mrs. Claus. Send an Umberheart. Oh, she's a void. Never mind. But Black Tusk is one of the new ones that we can get. So yeah, we got some options here. What do we got? Zhuzhen. Oh, that's a void. Jintoro. I thought I had a Jintoro. I really did. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Well, Jintoro. We'll have Jintoro. Maybe that's a premonition. Maybe we're getting Jintoro. I don't know. Obviously, Feral would be a good one. Paydrag would be a good one. Oella's pretty deep. I think these are all usable. I think, right? I feel like I have a pretty weak legendary. I pulled Yuniska right before I left. I'd like to see what she can do. But yeah, definitely some options. Some options here. So you see what we need. I mean, if we could pull Mad Hatter, that would be the maddest of Hatters. So let's get this done over with. I swear I clicked legendary. I swear I clicked it. I swear. Okay, first one in epic. Tamo. Not a huge fan of Tamo. I do like. She places a counterattack on an ally if the ally's Shadowkin is 3 turns. Fills turn meters of all allies. Increase crit damage on all allies. Increase crit rate on all allies. But that counterattack can be useful, and if you're free to play low spend and you have Tamo, put your leader, especially if you can put your leader as a Shadowkin, and then she can target an ally and place this on the counterattack. Put them high resistance in Hydra, and that gives you an opportunity. Now, keep in mind 2 things: high resistance isn't guaranteed not to steal that. But it does give you an opportunity if there's a champion that has a really strong A1. Be a very good opportunity there. Just kind of thoughts. She's not terrible. She's useful there. Actually, no. Tomoe is actually really good. She's got an AoE, 100% when booked, decrease attack, and then can steal a random buff at 50%, and increases all heals and turn meter effects by 20% when used on allies from the Shadowkin. So that's interesting. She's got some real Shadowkin. She's also got some fairly substantial underboot. So that's the thing. All right. Next, another epic. That's phew. The Catfish. So, unlike every other champion that has been made in the last, say, 4 years that have looked substantially better than their predecessors, somehow Chancellor Yasmin Bleeth looks just like all the other terrible. Now, the reason why I call this a catfish is because her profile pic don't look like that. I don't know what happened there. Someone mailed it in. It was probably an intern. Not very good. Another epic. Good. This is like how all the old school. These are terrible. Plarium, do yourself a favor. Get an intern. Get your low man on the totem pole in the graphics department and re-render all your original champions. All the ones that look like this. Because first of all, that hair looks like a helmet. She could use some sun. The gear itself doesn't look terrible. There's nothing wrong with the gear. It's the face looks so flat and plain. Like let's take a moment here. Let's just have a conversation here. This is one of the most recent you've put out. Look at the shading, the accenting, she looks phenomenal. You guys still have some problems with the hair. Maybe you need to use ray tracing and hair. What was that dynamic hair from Witcher 3? But okay, fine. Limitation in your world, but that's what you're putting out. And that's what I just pulled. I just wanted. Let's do something about that. Come on. Let's not be silly here. Next one. Oh, another epic. Good. Whew. That's good. Broodlord. He's very emo. We call him in the world. Emo Lord. What else we got? Snorting Thug. Here's another one that you could touch up and make it look give it a little fancy up. Give it a little glow up. This is 2X, which is twice the disappointment, twice fun. Oh, Vildrax. I have him on my free-to-play account. Look, he's not terrible, but he's not terribly useful either. He is a Hex champion. If you have the books to invest, I think you could make really strong use of this champion on a low-spend team for Hydra. Unfortunately, as much as Hex is really a Hydra game, Enemy Waves, you could argue as well, has a Leech, which is really nice, has so many books, which is really embarrassing. But the fact that it's a 10% chance of stealing the heal, but doesn't work against bosses. So the only place that he's best at, his passive doesn't work. So a little bit, and this accuracy 40, it should be 60. Come on, or 70 at least. Okay, 2X at any time. Tayrel, OG, also needs a re-render, but this dude is badass. Has the turn meter depletion, which is very underrated in places like Spider. He's a helpful little turn in. You've got him for Fire Knight, weak affinity at 20, but 20 is not where we stop anymore. But places a stun on if he takes the full turn meter on, of course, champions that you can stun. Makes him very useful. Has a 4-turn out the box. Now, it is 100% when booked, but it's 4-turn out the box. The only thing I don't like about this is a lot of the new epics are on a 3-turn rotation on this, but some of them need books for the cooldown, so at least you have someone that's doing an AoE out the box. I do wish, however, that he would get a 3-turn. Nowadays, on the flip side, you can get good speed, but what I really like about him is he also has a booked 10% or booked 50%, chance on each of his 2 attacks to land decreased attack, which makes him still such a clan boss hero to have that decreased defense and the decreased attack in the same champion. Of course, someone like Stag Knight, basically affinity accepted, is just going to be a little bit better because he's got them both on one skill. And that skill's an AoE, so very useful everywhere. Which does kind of mean that Tayrel has been power crept. Flip side, as a defensive-based champion, he's pretty survivable too. But we need gold. Like this, okay. How many have we pulled? Lady Annabelle. Lady Annabelle is awesome. I love her design. Like, again, this is what you're putting out. What you put out before was hope. And I don't know, Chancellor Yasmin beat Bleeth. I don't even know how that happened. Amazing champion. It's got the leech, decreased speed. It's got this swap HP thing. Really good against, can solo Bomble. Heals the champion by 50% of their max HP whenever an ally or enemy dies. Very useful. Okay, we are halfway through our I was expecting one by now. Not happening. Malkith Bloodflock. He's someone I think I was just building out to do a video on. Maybe we'll continue that. Random allies with 30-30. Not a fan of that. Shield on all revived allies for 30% of this champion's max HP. That might be interesting. We'd have to see what his total max HP stats are. Attacks all enemies. Decrease the duration of enemy buffs by 1 turn. Increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. 3 turn cooldown booked 100%. That's not terrible. Steals a random buff at a 70%. And faction crypts. That's terrible. I think there's better that do basically the same thing. I do like the shield, but honestly, I would take, like, we talked about it in Fastidious and I's video about old Hermit Yorg. I'd just take the 50-50 over the 30-30. Even though you're putting the shield, I'll just take the health. I don't know. Call me crazy. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree or disagree? Hey, legendary, here we go. Oh, that's well, Python is a really good. I said at the beginning, but now that I've have time to reflect, Python's pretty freaking good. And mine isn't +4, so this should be able to help me. Now, I don't use him a lot, but that's not to say I shouldn't be. So we'll reserve. That's okay. It's not what we're looking for, but it's okay. I don't like Huskarl. I've long been in my been honest about that. Some people do like him. He's got a A1 40% chance to stun, A2 50 to 75% chance to stun, turn meters if they're already under stun. And then removes all debuffs, stun debuffs from allies, and then puts an increased defense, increased resistance on allies. I just don't know where he fits in my world. I don't like him. Don't like him. I do, however, like Daithy. One of the best, better than most of the legendary Sylvan Watchers, to be honest. Very strong champion, has an increased attack, increased accuracy with an extra turn, 4-turn cooldown booked, has the decreased defense. So here's what happens. It's an AoE, has a 100% book chance for a decreased defense, grants an extra turn if all enemies, it's placed on all enemies. And you can get this to 100%. You can be fighting the clan boss, for example, and you just get an extra turn. So think if we were just looking at Tyrell, who has the same deal, 4-turn cooldown, 100% guaranteed when booked, but still doesn't need the books to have a good chance. But he also gets the extra turn. Plus, he's got an increased attack, increased accuracy on an extra turn, and has a 50% chance of removing a random buff, and 10% chance of an extra turn. So lots of extra turns. I really like Daithy. He can be difficult in comps because his extra turns can get him in trouble. But Jurojin just looks like a big fat samurai. He's just a big plump samurai. I mean, he's got some survivability. He's got ignores the defense, but I feel like if I recall, his multipliers are pretty weak. Has a provoke on 7 books, which I don't think any champion should ever have a skill with 7 books. Has a 45, 55, 60% chance of a decreased attack, but that implies boss. You don't need provoke on bosses, except Hydra on a 3-turn cooldown. You could argue, yeah, it's all about this not hitting hard enough. I don't know. I don't think he's a champion. He's a champion. He's usable. It's not terrible, but I don't think that's what you're looking for. Chani, which is one of my underrated champions. Really like her. She's got converting accuracy to crit rate, which means you can build her to land her debuffs, but also it's going to help her do damage. And she's got the accuracy aura, and she's got this immune to accuracy debuffs, and gives her 0.05% crit rate for every point of accuracy. And she has an accuracy boost on her A2. So you can, if you use her in correct order. I can't believe I haven't gotten a second one on 2x. This is 2x. This is 2x. Ooh. Both. I think that's new. I don't think I have both. Or if I do, I didn't pull them. Holy Wizard might have pulled them. 2 random debuffs from all allies and heals them by 10% of their max HP. Then places increased accuracy on all allies for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. That's nice. Decreases damage all allies receive from poison by 50%. I like it. That'd be really good for Chimera, right? Decrease accuracy in all enemies for 2 turns. Increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Oh, I kind of like this guy. We're gonna have to play around with him. And has a, this guy seems to be a really, really good, solid epic for Chimera. Good team player. I love this. Come on. What is even going on? Gorgorabi, old school. I don't need to talk about him. You probably know about him. He revives. He's 23% arena aura. Give me another. This Plarium. Not happy. Not with this many. 19. You're gonna give me 1. This is why people play Watchers. This is why. Right here. This is why. Right. You actually gave me Flesh Terror as well? Last one. Last hope. The shirt might be leaving. The shirts might be... I will never be able to wear this shirt. It's too bad. I kind of like the shirt, but this is the last time ever. Wow. That was painful. I hope it hurt you as much as it hurt me. And this is why we never... And I still didn't get enough rewards to get all the way to the top, though we are leading our group. No, we'll see how that goes. I couldn't even get to 10,000 with that many. Holy God, that's hundreds of dollars worth of shards. Though not all spent, still. Well, at least my bad luck isn't just on my free-to-play. It's on my main, too. So, hopefully that's going to be enough. Can I ask these people here, whether you've already pulled or not, maybe you're way down here and you're thinking, should I? Just don't. Just nah, you're good. If you're Valdor or Amir or Jack the Ripper or Lightspeed, any of you guys, it's not worth it. It's not. Just let me have her. She's not worth it for you guys. Just walk. You're good. You're good. Okay? You're good. I'm good. We're all good. Glad we had this talk. Thank you for watching. Please, Plarium gods, let this mean that my free-to-play is going to see some luck this weekend. For the love of all that is holy, please let the free-to-play get something good if you're not going to give it to the main. Thank you. Please be kind. Please be safe. And we'll see you in the next video.